Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, family, relatives, friends on Facebook, followers on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribers here on YouTube. Let me talk to you. Eric Lima bringing you another episode of my YouTube show, The People's Lima. You're watching episode 505. Sorry, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video from The People's Lima. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of craziness. Tomorrow's the first day of summer. Craziness will happen here, and just been a lot going on. I got siblings making visits. We're going up there. We're going down. They come down here. We have a Spanish exchange student coming in the end of June, and the end of this month, and the end of July. We got a Japanese exchange student coming. It's going to be crazy. We got festivals and pool parties, fireworks, summertime. I could be outside going crazy like a nutcase, but gotta do the thing, man. Trying to keep cool, huh? Because I work hard and all that. And tonight's Money in the Bank. Can't wait. Another thing, happy Father's Day to all my fathers. To all my fathers, yeah. I only have one father. Goodness sakes, man. Praise the Lord. Let's try this again. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, including my father. It was his first Father's Day in retirement. So, happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you. Keep rocking like you always do. Well, I want to talk about today, speaking of wrestling, I want to talk about wrestling. Wrestling dream matches. Dream wrestling matches. What kind of match would like to see, or would you want to see, or would wish you would have seen? All right, and I go down a list of a lot of women's wrestlers. I'm going to talk the women's division of wrestling. It's been kicking up a notch and all that. I've been watching lots of who would be Let's start off with the WWE. I want to mix and match a little bit with all the organizations like WWE, TNA Impact, NXT, Chikara, Ring of Honor. Oh, that's it. I mentioned all of them, didn't I? Oh, Lucha Underground. Excuse me. I know I forgot one. Some of the big ones on TV. Here's the thing. Let's see. What do I want to start with? Let's start with the. Let's go like the. We saw a lot of women. Skinny, like to fly around, do moves and all that. How about the women with power and brute strength? We'll talk about Nia Jax. She's an example of that. And she's always focused, always intent. And I like Nia Jax, and she's also cousin of The Rock. So what do you do in that situation? So who would I put up against her? Who would I pit against her? What women's wrestler, dead or alive? What match would have been a great matchup? Well, would have been a great matchup would be Nia Jax versus, let's say, Bertha Faye, the late great Bertha Faye. If Bertha Faye was still alive today and she could still wrestle, how would Nia Jax go up against Bertha Faye? How would that measure up? Well, I think you give the advantage to Bertha Faye. You have a manager with like Harvey Whippleman at ringside, or your boy toy. That's what Harvey Whippleman was to Bertha Faye back in the day. And Bertha Faye did beat Alundra Blaze back in '95 for the women's championship. But how would if Bertha Faye was still alive, if Bertha Faye was still alive and she still wrestled, how would she go up against someone like, let's say, Nia Jax? I say Nia Jax is more focused, and she's always got the intense look on her face. And when she steps into that ring, when she steps through those ropes and the bell rings, that's it. She's laser locked eyes on her opponent. So I would give this one the advantage to Nia Jax, despite the fact that Bertha Faye would have Harvey Whippleman in his corner. And if Harvey Whippleman gets involved, I think his head will get clothesline cleaned right off by Nia Jax. So I'm giving Nia Jax the victory on that one. That would have been a great matchup. If you don't agree with me, you think that Bertha Faye would win, comment on the video below. I would appreciate that. Let's go East Coast versus West Coast, all right? Sasha Banks, the boss. We haven't seen her in a while on WWE television, but she's very good, former NXT Women's Champion. Rumor has it she may end up challenging Charlotte for the title at SummerSlam. How would that play out? Let's see. Who would face Sasha Banks now? I wouldn't say Charlotte, but I would say the West Coast, because Sasha Banks reminds me a little bit of Melina. All right, and I like to see Sasha Banks versus Melina. That would be a heck of a matchup. Sasha Banks is like the East Coast version of Melina. Melina, Always wants to win. Always, always wants to be the ultimate top woman, the dominant woman in the WWE. I like to see Sasha Banks go one-on-one with Melina. That would be a heck of a matchup. And what about another power strength match? Dana Brooke. I would pit her against Beth Phoenix. Dana Brooke versus Beth Phoenix. I think it's going to go either way. It could go either way. Like Sasha Banks versus Melina, the match could go either way. The question is, who would make the first mistake? Melina being the veteran of the Ring Wars, I think would have the advantage and experience over Sasha Banks. But who knows what Sasha Banks will have up her sleeve. Let's talk about Dana Brooke versus Beth Phoenix. Same thing. Beth Phoenix has the veterans advantage over Dana Brooke in that situation. Both women are very powerful and very strong. And I think it's going to be an even matchup, though, despite that. So, advantage goes to Beth Phoenix if that match ever happened. How about, let's see, who would, now, people would say, what about Lita? Who would like to see Lita face, the Hall of Famer Lita? Lita versus Becky Lynch. I mean, I think both of them were tomboys at heart here. I believe Lita versus Becky Lynch, that would have been a heck of a matchup. Who would want it more? Like I said, Lita's a former women's champion. She knows what it's like to hold a belt. Becky Lynch never held a championship yet. I think in the WWE only be a matter of time before that happens. But Lita versus Becky Lynch, I like that matchup. I would love to see that matchup if Lita comes out of retirement. But who would face Trish Stratus? I'd say Alexa Bliss goes one-on-one with another Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus. Former fitness models, they can get it done. They both want to be associated with some winners, and Alexa Bliss has that viciousness. And who knows? How about this? Charlotte, pretty tall for the women's champion, Charlotte, against Michelle McCool. Charlotte versus Michelle McCool. That would be a heck of a matchup. It would be an easy matchup. I think the advantage Michelle McCool has, not only the veterans advantage because she's experienced, but when your husband is the Undertaker, that could give you an added dimension of power to your repertoire. That's why I picked Michelle McCool over Charlotte. Like I said, now any of these matches that I'm mentioning, if you disagree with me, or you can about who would win the matches and all that, and if you have a better opponent for either of any of the women's I'm mentioning, let me know in the comments page. I'd like to hear from you. I'm encouraging that. So don't worry, and then don't troll me now. Don't troll me. Please. I want to keep things drama free. All right. Let's see what else. Now, oh boy. How about this? How about this? An 80s versus today. How about Wendy Richter versus Mickie James? Very interesting. Two tough girls, with a cowgirl-like attitude. Ironically, Wendy Richter being from Dallas, and Mickie James being a Dallas Cowboys fan, so it'd be very, like I said, like I said, it's gonna be very interesting, and I've always loved this cool phone. Oh yeah, didn't mean to interrupt. How awesome is this stinking phone? All right, I'm telling you, it's been crazy. Let's see what else is see what other matches. Yeah, Wendy Richter versus Mickie James. I think the advantage Wendy Richter have over Mickie James, if you have Cyndi Lauper, she has Cyndi Lauper in her corner. So Mickie James would, I think if like her and Trish Stratus, they're once good friends, so why not, right? Who knows? How about this? And now I should mention some of the TNA knockouts. Gail Kim. Who do I want Gail Kim to face? Gail Kim versus Asuka. That would be one heck of a matchup I would love to see. Gail Kim versus Asuka. They're going to hit hard. They're going to hit fast. They're going to be very quick. Question is, who has it in the end? Gail Kim, like I said, having the veterans. But Asuka's done this in Japan, so Asuka's probably, I think to me, Asuka versus Gail Kim, even matchup. But if you don't believe that, like I said, comment on the page, please. And if I missed any women's wrestlers that I failed to mention, please do so on the comments page. And and I'll probably talk a little bit more about that. So, let's see what else. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. I should write down some of the women's matches. You know, hmm. I would, or Jade versus Asuka. Jade is known as Mia Yim. Very good what she does in the ring, and let's see. Who do I put Jade up against? How about this? Jade versus Naomi. That would be a heck of a match. I think Jade would win that one on a landslide. We haven't seen Naomi for quite a while. She hasn't wrestled. Neither has Tamina. Um, let's see. What would put Tamina against Nia Jax? That would be a heck of a matchup. Um, or put no, or Tamina versus Bertha Faye, or Tamina versus Beth Phoenix. I think Nia Jax versus Beth Phoenix. That would be a heck of a matchup. I would love to see. Both women with power, of course. I think Tamina and Beth Phoenix they should have gone at it. I'm surprised they have not gone at it during Beth Phoenix's last times in the WWE, and that would have been a heck of a matchup. Tamina versus Beth Phoenix. That'd be something. So, well, I don't know for sure. I honestly do not know for sure how that match is going to go. How that match is going to go down. Um, there's a lot of interesting situations. Any other matches I can put up with? All right, then. That's all the time we have on the show. Like I said, there's going to be a lot to do this week in the upcoming couple of weeks. July's coming in around the corner, of course. Obviously, we've got 1.5 more weeks left of June. We got a full week of June. Tomorrow's the first day of summer, so a lot of things are going to happen. So I got to get going here and hopefully prepare myself for Money in the Bank, which will be coming on in about about an hour or so. A lot of matches going down, and I would talk about it, but I'll tell the results afterwards. I don't want to put any spoilers out there or crap like that. So I just forget. So like I said, if anybody has any problem with the matches I made up or anything like that, anybody want to talk about if any women's wrestler I missed, please comment on my page. Do the comments on the video. It'd be really appreciative. So okay, so see you later, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And like it's again, happy Father's Day to all. Remember, essence is the coolness is the essence of a happy person. And I am out of here. 505. And I think on my next episode of Dream Matches, I will talk about tag teams and stables. Hopefully, I'll get some doozies for you. See ya. Bye.